Hey, hi.
Like so much sun. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great.
So good to see you.
Sorry, I'm like so minutes late.
That's okay. That's okay. So, welcome to Godatu's Dance Rendezvous. And I would just request you to quickly tell the followers who you are, what styles of dance do you teach, and what city are you at?
Okay, so you want me to just say it like that?
Yes.
So actually, the main thing I do is dancehall, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't represent myself as like someone that represents dancehall. I'm mixed from my being. I'm mixed from my soul. So I mix a lot of dance styles and make out something that I feel like doing. Yeah. What was the other question? I already forgot that.
What city are you at right now?
I'm in Cologne, like I'm in Germany.
Ah,
Where you
cool.
at?
Nice. So, tell us, how did you to get into dancing? How old were you when you first started dancing, and where did you get trained first?
So actually, when I always dance a little bit, like just moving. My dad used to do reggae music, so whenever
Wow.
he had a concert or something, I would be like moving, right? But like I met my one of my sisters when I was 12 again, and she was a dance teacher, so I wanted to stay in
Wow.
contact with her, and that way I was like, okay, let me take your classes. So I went to take her classes, and that way I just got more into dance. But that time it was more hip hop and show and all of that. And later on, I just like that was like I loved it, so I was just like choosing my own things to do.
Right. So what's you currently you said you're doing more of dance hall, right?
Yeah, like the biggest base I do have, like the most knowledge I do have about dance for sure, and it's like something I would like go to more than like any other style.
Right, right, right. So you've always been in Germany, or have you trained somewhere else as well for dance?
I actually trained more in the Netherlands. Like as soon as I
Huh?
left for training, I went to train in the Netherlands. But besides that, it's been around here, like around Europe. But I do
Okay.
have a lot of Jamaican friends or like Caribbean friends. So yeah, the past years I spent a lot of time with them. That's how I got into all of that.
Right. So how did you get into dancehall? What made you like it? Like a lot of forms are there. What is this one thing about dancehall that made you realize that this is my calling?
I think it has to do with the people I love. I have a lot of close friends that are Jamaican, so I just got really into that culture. But also because I kind of grew up with it. I grew up with reggae music. My dad was a Rasta. He had long dreads and all of that, or locks, how you would say it. And
Right.
it was just something that felt natural to me. If that
Right.
makes sense.
Right. So currently, we understand the whole lockdown situation. Are you still training? Are you giving online classes? Or are you taking online classes?
Not really. No, 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 not too much. I see some, and some of my friends are teaching really nice classes, but at the moment, I'm just really like, I feel like sometimes there's the time a dancer has to settle and figure out their personality because a lot of times we travel there, we do this, and da, 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 then we don't take time to settle and see like what made us create what we want to create and all these kind of things. So I just took that time to do that, and I rather have live classes. Like I really like energy of some people, so yeah, I'm waiting for things to go back to normal, kind of.
Of course, everyone's waiting for that. So tell us,
Yeah.
how has journey been for you? You know, how supportive was your family? How supportive were your friends? You know, because it's a big commitment to take dance as a career. Tell us a little bit more about your journey.
So well, I always danced, and my mom was a professional swimmer, so she was not really about pushing me to anything because she got pushed to do something. So she was
Right,
just like, do whatever you want to do, but I'm not gonna push it, right? And it helped me learn to push myself. So all the things I did it by myself. If I had a competition, I made sure I was there by myself. So my mom wasn't against it, but she was not like, oh, do that, or like, let me sign you up
right,
there, like
right.
that. And actually, like, it whole got more into a profession when I did like all Instagram and all of that. And honestly, they're not really interested in my Instagram. They still don't watch it. My grandma used to watch it a lot. But it's like two separate things, kind of.
Right. Right, right, right. So, you told us a little bit about your journey. Tell us the difficulties that you faced along this journey. Now you've become a sensation on Instagram. People are crazy about you. They're crazy about your content and your dance. So are we. We're big fans. We're really happy that we are getting to speak with you today. So tell us more about the difficulties that you faced. It's I'm sure it's not always been so cool and calm and
Yeah.
like a cakewalk, but I'm sure you've gone through a lot.
Honestly, I think there's a lot of dancers that struggle to get the attention they deserve. Uh,
Right.
and I would lie if I would feel like I had that. I had a lot of luck. I had a good situation. And also, I've been at the right time with the right things. Like when I started doing dance videos on Instagram, it was 15 seconds and literally no one did it at that time, right? So it was something, oh, wow, da, 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 da. It was a good time for that. I think something I had to work with was like people that have nothing to do with dance always talk the most.
Right.
And
Correct. That's so
it's just
true.
like ridiculous. But I think for me, it was more about like, if I go to a job, right, people would rather see me for my looks than for what I do. And that
Right.
is like something I personally had to work about. Like when I would go and they want me to choreograph a music video, they would always ask me, but can we have you in the video? And I'm like, no, I want to just work. I don't want to be in everyone's video. So that was something that was like really a problem for me, that people look at me and decide what they see in me instead of like taking my art, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Right.
that was something I was like, oh, I'm still working on that kind of.
Tell us more about this whole Instagram journey of yours. How you were saying something about something unique you started. So what was that, and what made you start that?
Actually, I started. Well, I'm a little like cuckoo sometimes in my head, right? So I started, and I remember I was just like really vibing to a song. It was a Beyonce song. I think it
Uh,
was 7-Eleven. Yeah,
okay.
7 exactly. So I was just vibing, and I was just on my phone. I'm like, oh, let me cut it, and I uploaded it, and people were so excited about it. And then I did like just another one to another song of Beyonce. Oh no, even that video, like everyone was like, oh my goodness, Waka Flocka like your video. And I was like, who's Waka Flocka? So I don't know. So it seemed like something I should just do a little bit more often. And I did. And it wasn't really about dancing at that time. It was more about like me having fun and cutting videos. And then I always wanted to do big videos with dance, changing positions, having this camera angle, but that's not what I had at that moment. So I
Absolutely.
had to just take what I have, and I was just in my room dancing. Um, and then once I saw this song, it was an Albanian song from Dorata Dora Tidon,
Right.
on one girl, and I was just vibing to it, right? And that was actually like the start of everything, because then a lot of Albanians was like, oh, dance to this song and this song, and I don't know where I was dancing in my room all the time. Then I got a room there, and then things got bigger. But it's been
Right.
like 5 years ago.
So now we know how big you've become. So everyone has just seen you. So tell us how this whole social media has made an impact on your whole journey and in your whole life. We also run Godatu is a social networking app. So how social media has done wonders to you?
I think social media, people always talk it down so much, like, oh, it's so bad, but it's just really how you use it. There's so much inspiration on social media, and I feel like we are limited in our changes out here. Like, if you live in one city and there's nothing going on in that city, then there's nothing going on. But
Correct.
these days, you can go on social media, you can take online classes, you can do this. So I think social media has such a huge impact on everyone. It just depends on how you choose to use it, if that makes sense.
Right.
But
Right.
personally, I had to overthink what I show on social media. Like, I know
Right.
something that is on the ground once, never gonna go back. And I remember one situation when I was in Albania, and I just posted, like, I was in a restaurant that came this girl, and I really looked a mess. I looked a mess because we were about to go on set, and on set they do your hair and makeup. So why would I do my hair and makeup before that? I looked a proper mess. And this girl wanted to take a picture, and I was like, I do not want to take a picture in my head. I'm like, I do not want to see that picture anywhere. But for sure, I was like, okay. So I took that picture. She posted it, and I was like, what am I gonna do with that? This ugliest picture on like on social media right now. So I decided to just post it too, because at the end of the day, it's like, fuck it, they're gonna see you anyway. So let's just be my real me, if that
Right.
makes sense. Like, let me just don't hide it then. Like, here we go. That's the mess. That's me. Bye.
So when did you realize what was working for you, what wasn't working for you? Like a lot of times people put a lot of content, but not every time, it's a success. Like a lot of times, videos don't go viral, or what is this whole essence of making a video go viral? Because we still are still struggling to figure out.
I mean, at the beginning, it was really about working and just like your followers going to see your work. Now it's kind of Instagram too. Like,
Right,
Instagram decides too. But in general, I think it's about being honest. Don't
right,
force a vibe. It's not really about your crazy technique or that. It's about like people got to feel you and whatever you try to tell them in that video.
right, right,
So
right.
I think it's more about that. Like sometimes you click a video and you just enjoy it.
Correct.
So I think it's more about the honesty of your vibe.
What about this whole new culture of TikTok? How has that been for you?
I've been very late on that. Honestly, I did that what people used to do on Instagram, like, oh, it's just Instagram. And I did that on TikTok. I'm like, oh, it's just TikTok. But when I got into it, I actually really like it. I think
Uh,
it's quite positive. People spray like really they bury you in compliments, which is very, very sweet. It's less like, oh, she's not good. Da, 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 da. It's just really positive. And what I do like about it is out here, like on Instagram, just trying to be more technique, let me whatever, like always topping the other
right,
person. But on there, I feel like they understand that they can only do it together. So
right,
everyone does everyone's challenge, and then you see one challenge like thousands of times. But it's like you all push each other.
right.
Like let me be better than the other person. So I like that about that, and I hope they're gonna come here a little bit too.
Right, 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 right. So, a few dancers or choreographers that you look up to that you would want to work with or have worked in the past that you've had a great time with.
I have a lot of people I used to watch like literally on YouTube on like
Huh.
a big computer, not like a laptop, my
Yeah,
computer.
right, right, right. One with
And,
the big screen.
like Laura, she's like huge in dance. So she's for me, she just like she steps into the room and the whole room is like sunshine. I
Wow.
love her energy. It's just like oof, it's just
Right.
so comfortable. So I met her a couple of times. I hope that one day we can put something together. Besides that, I kind of work with the people I wanted to work with already. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. A few incidents that you would want to share, special moments with some instructors or
I
choreographers.
think Blacka, I mean, all of my people know that Blacka is one of my favorite people in the world. But also he's a great teacher. And
Right,
the knowledge I got from him about teaching, but also about dance was very, very something that I don't want to miss out on no more. So
right.
I think he's great. And whenever someone can take a class of him, they should definitely do it. Definitely.
So, what do you do? So you were saying that you're not taking classes and you're not doing, classes online, not taking, not giving as well. So what are you doing to keep yourself fit now at home?
Well, I always did work out. So working out is a must. I have to do that every day. And I'm also a jumpy person. So whenever like music is usually playing all the time in my apartment. So I'm gonna jump around sooner or later anyways. And I also take care of things like, you gotta keep the balance.
Yeah. So
I don't
suggestions.
dance here and there, just no
Yeah.
class.
Any suggestions for the kind of food you eat or the dancers should eat?
I think it's just more about being aware of what you eat. You can
Right.
not eat whatever you want to if you know what's in there. Because some people are not aware of like how addictive sugar can be. Like all
Oh,
this juice and all of that is like literally a huge topic, and it's literally addiction. So I think it's a bunch of things, but something that is like something I would recommend everyone is like put the juice away and take some water. Like the
correct.
energy water gonna give you is way more than just freaking juice, and you're gonna get used to drinking water. So
Correct.
that's something I would like recommend everyone. But besides that, just be aware of what you eat.
You were saying songs keep playing in your apartment. So any song that is on a loop right now that you've been enjoying a lot?
Honestly, I don't know why, but I've been listening to one Turkish song a lot. It's like from Raim and Layla. I don't know why, but I'm always all over the place, so that changed like each day. In general, I love Joy. He's like a French artist. I love his music, and I listen to a lot of Cranium, Vibes Cartel. You know the vibe. Yes.
Nice, nice, nice. So we always seen you dancing, and we know you as a dance sensation. Do you ever think of considering another career altogether?
Honestly, I never focused on one thing. I always do model, like I still do that for like brands and stuff like that. Not walking because I'm short as hell, but I always want to try new things. So definitely, dancing is my base, something I love and something I can literally like be me in. But I don't want to stuck to that. I want to do something else. But let's see if that's gonna happen. If that's gonna happen. You're gonna see it on my Instagram. You know?
Sure, we'll be waiting for that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. So, any funny incident that has ever happened to you while dancing or while doing a show? Because it has happened with me a lot of times. Tearing to my pants, tearing apart in the middle of a show, and also, yeah, I've been through
Oh
that.
shit!
Yeah,
Oh shit!
that was great. That was absolutely crazy.
I think once I used to wear extensions back then because my hair was still straighter, so I used to wear extensions. And I did the show performing for like an artist. His name was Music, and it was just me and him on stage, just me and him. And we
Okay.
were dancing, and out of nowhere, one of my extensions flew away.
Oh boy.
And it was just laying there. And one of the girl that was with me, she's like, she grabbed it. She's like, and when I went backstage, I was like, that hurt it. Like, what happened? She's like, your extension went flying. I was like, oh shit. And then once, there was like an event somewhere in the Netherlands. I don't even know what I did. I didn't have to perform actually. But then I was like, all right, let me just like, let me do it. And I went into a head up and I felt my wig moving to the back. I was like,
Oh God.
so I wasn't here, and I just pushed it back
God.
up before I went back up. I was like, I'm out.
Wow.
Bye. Yeah, but it's things like that, I don't know. It's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I didn't have no ripped pants till now. That's a good thing.
At that time, you were nervous and everything, but after that, you just have a laugh about it because it was like.
Honestly, I'm just like, whatever it is, like, take the situation. Just
Correct.
take it, because whatever. Like, for me, people know that I wear wigs. I take them off on a plane. I take them off whenever I want to itch my hat. I don't really mind it too much because that's just what it is.
Correct.
I think it would feel different if I would dance and my leggings would rip and everyone would see my butt. That would be different. But my hair.
That's okay. But we love the way you've done your hair right now. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
So, Jeamy, it's been lovely talking to you. It was a pleasure having you. Now, before we go, we do something known as the step of the day. So, any step that you want to do, I'll follow, and the followers will follow. Even while sitting, if it's cool.
All right, it's a step called shablowo, and I just like that it's like a little explosion. So it's like a boom, and you go over. It's like boom, ta, 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 and boom, ta, 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 and exactly. It's like boom. And what I always feel like it's a little sunshine and it's rising down on me.
So cool. Thank you so much. So before you go, something for the followers, something for Godatu. We've been following you. We've been really big fans of yours. Something for us, for Godatu.
I just like, whenever you have a dream, stuck to it and do it. Don't let anyone tell you to not do it because you're going to regret it. And whenever you do it, you're going to look better and be like, yeah, I did it. Did that. So please stuck to your dreams and don't ever think it's too big for you to make it happen, because it's not.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, please request your followers to please download the Godatu app. It's a social network of that.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
So guys, check out that page. They're posting a lot of incredible dancers, putting into a community, and also check out their app though. Check it out. And they have a lot of live streams, so I think it's a good time to get to know dancers more than just their videos. So yes, better stay tuned on what they do.
It was lovely having you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.